stopping by for the first time, you are welcome. Thank you for being here. If you're a returning subscriber, thank you for your support. And on my channel, we talk about fashion tips and tricks. We do sewing tutorials, pattern drafting, and I help you grow your fashion business. So I have my little notebook here, and I'm just going to share all the tips that I've written down for today's class. Okay, so today we'll be talking about delegating authority in your fashion business. I have been doing this business for 6 to 7 years. Like I said before, I started doing it from my own home. So I've had a lot of experience with tailors. I've had a lot of experience in this business. And one thing that I've taken away from it is that it does not pay you to do everything yourself. There's a reason why at some point tailors start having back problems, hip problems. It's not unusual and it's not uncommon for tailors to come up with such health issues, high blood pressure and what have you, because we have kind of we believe that we have to do everything ourselves. Now this is not particularly true. When you're starting your fashion career, of course, maybe because of lack of funds, you want to do everything yourself. You're the one cutting, you're the one making the clothes, you're posting on social media, you're doing virtually everything. Now starting up is not easy. Of course, you may not afford to pay other people to do that for you. But as you progress, as you start growing, it's only natural and it should be expected that you delegate authority to other people. This is very key. This is very important. So how do you do this? If you're somebody out there and you've been doing it on your own for so long, now is the time. So the first thing I think you need to do is to figure out what your strength is. What do you like doing? Believe it or not, I've met some fashion designers that never made a dress themselves. Yes, popular names. If I should call their names here, you will be marveled at their names, because you would never believe, you would think that they do the designs themselves, they make the clothes themselves, they do the patterns themselves. I'm sorry to disappoint you, but this is not so. It is not so at all. They have learned the process, and the process is that at some point you will need to delegate authority. Now figure out what your strength is. Your strength may be in pattern drafting. It's something that when you're doing it, you are doing it with so much passion, you don't get tired, you can draft from morning till night. So imagine doing that and doing the cutting and doing the sewing, and then you still go to social media and market it, and you still go and deliver to your clients. I mean, seriously, we have to live, guys. We really have to. We have to do better. So when you start making it, when you feel you're comfortable enough to delegate authority, look for people that will do other things for you. You may not need to pedal a machine. What you will do is to get enough tailors that will do that for you. But because of your sewing experience, you can always check whatever it is they are making. You will see the faults there and you can correct them while they are at it. So the first thing you will need to do is to get a social media manager. I'm always very particular about social media, because I found out that if, apart from it being a place where you can get potential clients or potential supplies, it's also a place where you can create your fashion portfolio. Meaning that if somebody wants to give you a contract, you can say, go and check my designs out on probably Instagram, and the person will just go there and see everything that you have made so far. So it's very, very, very important. It's very key to have an active social media page. So if you know that you cannot do this, guys, get a social media manager to post for you at least 3 times a day and manage the page for you. Respond to your inquiries, chat with people that need to be chatted with, and all. Then the second thing you may need to consider is to get a pattern drafter. Very, very important. If you know that this is not your strength, I'm talking about all these things I'm going to mention, is if they are not your strength. If they are your strength, you can keep on doing it. Then look for other people that will do the rest for you. So if you're somebody that likes to draft pattern, I love to draft pattern, I can draft pattern from morning till night. I'll be singing while I'm doing it. I love to make clothes too, but you cannot combine, like I said, you cannot do it all alone. So if you're somebody like that, then you get someone that will know how to interpret your designs. You draft pattern and give the person to sew it for you. So it's very, very important. Then if you own a fashion business, you of course it's your style, it's your name that is at stake. So whoever is working for you, you should be able to make sure that the person is representing your brand however you want your brand to be. This means that if you're launching a new ready-to-wear collection, it has to be your designs, it has to be your ideas. Then you can now tell the person, okay, this is what I want you to do. Especially if the person is illustrating your portfolio for you, if you cannot do it yourself. Tell the person, I want it to be high neck, I want it to be puff sleeves, I want it to have an asymmetric neckline or whatever. Make sure you guide the person through it to make sure that it is what you have in your head that is being put out there. So getting tailors. Now, at first when I started, I had to get a tailor, because when the work becomes too much for you, you'll have to get a tailor that will help you do it. But it is your responsibility to work with your tailor. You have to have a good relationship with your tailor. I'm not one of those people that will say, because this person works for me, I can treat the person anyhow. No, that's not fair, because all these things are temporary and it doesn't pay to make enemies. Be good to your tailors. The days they cannot meet up with your orders or they are sick, give them a day off. Try to make sure you have a good relationship with them, because they can go out of their ways to make your brand work, especially if you're someone that is not always around. Of course, as a fashion designer, your work may take you elsewhere, France, Amsterdam, it can take you out of the country. But the relationship you have with the people working for you is very, very important, because they are the ones that will manage your company when you are not around. So this is very, very important. So if you're somebody that has a fashion school, you can get teachers. You cannot teach, draft pattern, cut, sew, do everything on your own. That's recipe for disaster. So you would need to get teachers that can also help it. Of course, you're not going to leave your school for other people to run. You are still going to have to draft a timetable. You take up some topics that you're going to teach, especially the very sensitive ones, because anybody coming to your school is coming because of what he or she has seen you do. So you should be able to transfer that knowledge to the person. So you draft out a timetable where you will choose what topics to teach, and then your teachers will also teach on your behalf. You, as the owner of the place, you make sure that whatever your teacher knowledge the teacher is passing to your students are the right ones. It doesn't pay to transfer the wrong knowledge. So you make sure you look through the teacher's notebooks, whatever the textbooks that are recommended. You make sure they are following the right things. Then the last but not the least is to identify your workers' strength. This is very important, because not everybody, we're not built the same way. We're not built the same way. So if you identify your tailor's strength or your tailor's weakness, you can be able to see how you play around it. I'll give you an example. So you may have two tailors. One is very good in finishing. She can finish your clothes and you will not see a thread. Then you have another one that knows how to do complicated styles, but she does not know how to finish. So what you can do is, when there's a complicated style, you give the one that you know that has that strength to do that style, and then she gives it to the other tailor to finish up. So this is how you can play around it and make sure that you are using them at their maximum ability. So, but you cannot know your tailor's strength if you're not even there, or if you don't have a relationship with them. So that is why it's very, very important to have a relationship with whoever is going to be your tailor, or whoever is working for you, or whoever your social media manager is. Your social media manager should be able to know how you talk, the words that you use, so that he or she can coin those words while posting on your page, so it will sound like you. If you don't use curse words, or if you don't use some certain words, and your social media manager is just there posting whatever, people, they are going to find out that this is not you. So everything that works with your business should be initiated by you, and you should know the strengths of your workers. So this is the end of this video. I didn't want to make this a long one, so with these few points you are good to go. Thank you for watching this video. Please look out for other videos, and you can also go back to our archives. You will see a lot of other videos that we have posted, fashion tutorials. And don't forget to subscribe to this channel, turn on the notification bell so that you get alerted whenever we post new videos. So this is a wrap, guys. Thank you for being here, and I love you for watching. Bye.